Seattle city leaders passing a bill today that limits immigration enforcement on city property. The staging bill, as it's being called, prohibits federal law enforcement agents like ICE from using city property as a base. Fox 13's Jennifer Dowling has the details.
Councilmember Bob Kettle says they started working on the staging bill last fall. He says it's part of a wider collection of actions designed to outline the city's stance on federal law enforcement activity.
We're working with communities, in terms of creating a safe base in our city.
City council members had been considering limits on federal law enforcement activity in Seattle for months. And this week, the latest legislation limiting what law enforcement can do on city property passed.
This is not a reaction to anything specific, but it's part of, again, the process the strategy of.
Councilmember Bob Kettle helped to spearhead the bill, which would prohibit federal law enforcement from staging operations on city-owned and controlled property.
So basically, we're saying do not use us or our property in this case in order to do your mission set.
The council also recently passed a year-long moratorium on detention centers, which would block new immigration detention centers from opening in the city and prevent existing facilities from expanding.
But it also shows those vulnerable communities. It shows all of Seattle that we're serious about this and we're taking action and that we're not ignoring it.
The bill comes after Mayor Katie Wilson issued a directive in January tasking the Department of Finance and Admin Services with creating signage for the city to signal the restrictions. A similar executive order was issued by King County in February. For those who have accused the city in the past of doing performative legislation, Kettle says when looked at together, the recently passed bills and ordinances show a fuller picture.
I understand the point, but I would also add the collection of bills together also starts to, really show what we're looking to do.
Kettle says the city's also looking at updating limits on automatic license plate readers. He says the council's considering inserting a 60-day pause on LPR cameras. So if for some reason the federal government or an outsider were to try to access the system, it would be paused or shut down for 60 days. Reporting from the newsroom, Jennifer Dowling, Fox 13 News.